Welcome. This is the first news of some sort. It's not related to auto racing like Eric Eastham, Ultimate Choice 3 Dragon, and others, and even not even David Lanz and even others too. This is the first and only YouTuber in the end of the news in, you guessed it, multi-sports events, Olympics, and all types of other kinds. We're here we go. We'll get started, shall we? Well, step one, like all purposes, step one is you gotta, if you notice that, it's the bids. The bids has already got started already this, in your society, aka your World University Games. And also, there's also a bid for the Pan American others in Pan American Asian games as well. Also, there's bids at other lowland games at this point, and even this it is a championship related games also home to championships too for FIFA, FIBA, and others. And then the cap notice what's going on with the news. The way it is. Also, show you from more into computer outages for breaking news in some sort from around multi sports and even for Olympic bids of some sort. For the game's environment, well, there's a lot of championships that are worried about, even with the pandemic and all around that. There's some sort of championships to try to return there. Even this be scheduled events, seeing all the way from gymnastics and others to seeing all the news about it. Big and others that should go for crap. And then you know what knows what's going on. And already we have already there's always some news already. But you end up thinking it's only shipping Pacific games and other games of some sort. And yeah, also there's one last thing before this save one now. We'll end up this video is, yep, some breaking news. Yes, Olympics are trying to bring back spectators to the stands. Yep, Olympics are trying so hard. They're trying to bring spectators and fans back to the stands for open ceremonies and throughout the games. The problem is, it will not be fully released until the news is will be fully released until the end of the year. Means you will not know for sure that what's gonna go on. Still waiting for the IOC officials and even Thomas Burke in the Tokyo Olympic Committee some sort that they allow this, but they also had to wait until the end of this year to see what will happen or not. But they didn't know. And the Paralympics is also following up with this too. Did they make this work or not? Is of some sort. And yes, the Youth Olympics are not going to be held in 2022. Let know. Instead, the next Youth Olympic Games is 2024, and they might be looking at and out of Beijing as well, because they were looking as well. So yeah, yeah. Also, Thomas Burke has also said that they're hoping to get a lot of testings and a lot of help fixing up this point is because, but like I said, with the vaccines are fully out or not. A lot of news says the first vaccine will never work, and then the multiple others you can't fully immune it for good. And this is can be years, so that means they're still waiting for the second testable vaccine to be successful, and then multiple others, and wave goes on at this point for next year. If it does happen, yeah, and I see the guideline procedures might go away by February. March means no more masks, no more social distancing at all, no more etc. All that shit. Sorry, my language anyway, but it's kind of the way it is. Man, I'm so pissed off at this way. At this point. And this is why the George was the worst years. Let's see why. So Olympics is trying so hard to bring back competition. And I'm happy to say all your fears is almost over. It's kind of like, well, If one of you feel bad, fine, I'm gonna bring that back for you. We can see why a lot of people love Tucson 21 for a reason. They just do not ruin the year just to like snap your fingers. Yeah. So, like I said, all your hope is not lost. It's gonna be never be lost. Instead, your hope is gonna be just fixed as fast as and they say it's Speedy Dog in a jetpack. Let's see why. I don't know things fictional cartoons, but it hadn't made the reference up. Well, this is what Olympics trying to do one now. Because although they're working so hard to try to bring back the Olympics that has been postponed this year, the tribute to the pandemic, and all the Paralympics is to follow up this idea as well. But the Paralympics does not know for sure that the health spectators are not for the Paralympic fans, which is still unknown. So I think the Paralympics might follow up with this. The question is right now, it's, it's and it's still in question right now about the yes, it's all about the Youth Olympics, and at this point, Youth Olympics is still unknown, so they'll not be worried about it. And the other question is, how about the tour drive for Beijing? That is still under question by the Beijing Olympic Committee for Winter Games in 2022. And yeah, the Beijing Games, it is still yet to decide when to start the torch run because they cannot start the torch run in the summertime, which is gonna Tokyo Game's gonna run right over. Oh, yeah, and I'm kind of feel what you guys want to been through, and it's gonna hurts, cause I know what you guys are feeling. It hurts to see that Beijing torch run is gonna run over Olympics. So he might be starting my after it, so this way it is for sure. Parents in no way not be worried about it. Yeah, in 2026 is only a constant threat. With the entire new sports law is going to exist in the future, the Olympics is threatened until they get the news on it from Italy. Yes, which is where it originates from. To keep the Olympics around. Despite of this, it's even worse because in 2025, the Saudi bid is going to end up trying to help for Torino, which is 1 year before Marino held the Olympics. Ugh. Yeah. So they had to get to decide about to keep the Olympics there or going to be had to force it to move to a different location. Yeah, and also the main fear is can they just move to can Sapporo go to Central 6? Probability if Marino withdrew from the games in 2026, which is a possibility. The thing about it is, we'll see that that loss can be passed or not. It's kind of way it is. So for Marino, if the one person that try to hope in Marino and Coutinho, they also host the Olympics of 2026, is now under constant threat. And I'm trying to say right now for being canceled those games and pressed on to Sapporo or other cities outside of Italy. Just to let you know. And this is for 2026, so then we'll see because it's still far away in the contentions. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's nothing wrong with Paris and LA. Especially LA has 8 years. Yes, LA Olympics still has 8 years ago. I literally wonder how they're gonna do this, but we'll see. Because they have a lot of time ahead of them. Yeah, so, yeah. So we'll see the full details and so on. And that's it for the full look any multi-sport news for today. More updates as soon comes later on, later when it comes. And otherwise, stay tuned for Channel Power on YouTube for any more details for the worldwide of multi-sport. And have a great night. or day or whatever. Just hope you to be well. So take your time because you don't know where to come to anyway and see whatever the news comes in up to you. Stay tuned on Joshua Got Here before. Details, like and subscribe, and have a great time. Bye everyone.